Hey there everybody, what's going on? It's Austin from Boss and welcome to the GT-1000 Ultimate Guide video series. And in this video, we're going to show you how to use assignments, the control menu, and different foot switch modes. Now remember, the control menu is your friend when it comes to telling the GT-1000 exactly what you want the buttons to do. This is the fun part about customizing your GT-1000. You can make it your own. All right, so to get into the control menu, we press the button menu, and then we press Control Assign and then Control Function. And now the menu that you're looking at allows you to dial in all of the buttons and expression pedals that you see in here. We can page over to get to an additional page of controls, which also includes the additional expression pedal slots and foot switch slots that you have available to you into the GT-1000. So let's say I don't want to go to patch 2. Let's say I want to go to a completely different effect. So I use knob 1 to scroll, and then I use the knob directly below that control in order to change it, the master delay tab. Number 3 I can change to be maybe to turn on and off that master delay. Button number 4 to maybe turn on and off, a distortion. And I can do this over multiple different controls in order to turn things on and off as I willingly want to. But let's say I want to turn on one thing, but I want to turn off something else and avoid a 2-button push. And there's a way to do that using something called assignments. In order to do that, from this menu, we just simply press exit and then go to assign settings. If you want to get to that menu from the master, we press menu, control assign, assign settings. And now I can dial in 16 different assignments to one single button in order to control everything. Wow. So the assignment matrix inside of the GT-1000 works like this. The target is going to be the effect or the category of effect that I want to control. We're going to pick a parameter. What is the parameter of that effect or that knob of that effect that I want to control? And then we have to pick a source. So what button do I want to push in order to turn on and off a different effect? Let's say I want to turn on this distortion, but while the channel divider is on, I want to turn that on as well. We go back to our assignment menu. Now our target is going to be the channel divider. There's a lot of targets in this divider. So there's one of our channel dividers. Now the parameter we want to control is the actual channel selector. So we simply change this control to channel selector, we hit exit. The source, we want it to be button number 4. So we turn source knob until we get to button number 4. Once you turn the switch on, you can now turn on and off the channel divider together at the same time. Let's say I want to turn on the distortion but turn off the channel divider. We can do this simply by changing the minimum and maximum values on the screen here. So now as I toggle between this, it can now switch between 2 different functions. And again, I can do this 16 different times over any of the buttons that I have both plugged into the GT-1000 as well as the buttons that are on top. Now that I've occupied these other buttons with other functions, I can no longer go to those patches. So how do I have access to allow me to control individual effects inside of a patch without having to sacrifice going to a patch? And the way we do that is through foot switch modes. And the foot switch modes that we have, there are 3 of them. There is memory, manual, and pedal board mode. So right now we're on memory. So in order to change the foot switch mode, we simply press menu, we go to control mode, and we change from memory to manual. And automatically you saw in the display here that it has already changed display. So now as I turn on and off different effects, I can still turn on and off those effects. But if I press and hold on Control 3 here, I can scroll to a different patch, go into that manual mode of that patch, and have a new set of collection of different effects that I can turn on and off inside of that. The last mode that we have is the pedal board mode. What pedal board mode allows you to do is that I can dial in any of the 10 buttons that are on top here to any individual effect that are inside of a patch. I only have access to 1 patch, but this is really, really good if you want to use the GT-1000 just like a pedal board. Again, if there are any assignments in that assignment menu that you made for that patch, they'll carry over as well. So I can do multiple different functions to all of these buttons that I have right here in the GT. And that is how you use the assignments, control functions, and control modes inside of the GT-1000. Once again, thank you so much for watching, everyone. See ya!